morning, guys. So as you can see, Euro USD is still moving slightly upward, but at the end of the day, we can still see we're in this range totally, right? So if you look at this from a mechanical point of view, as we would first do, here's our swing low, here's our swing high, and then inside that swing, we've retraced into discount prices, and from there we've grabbed liquidity to our left, and now so we have this area of consolidation, which is acting as an area of demand, which grabbed liquidity, pushing the market up slightly, right? So we come into this area, and now we've started to push up ever so slightly, right? So that is what is going on at the moment, but we can see we're still stuck inside this supply zone. We're stuck inside the supply zone, and we have that demand zone at the bottom pushing the market. So you don't want to be trading in between this sort of two zones at the moment. So for me, that's why I'm still sitting on my hands on Euro USD. I would, as we've discussed, I'm still looking for shorts, as I like this price coming to take some liquidity. As I've been discussing since last week, I want higher prices so that we can look for those sells on Euro USD perhaps. The only time I would be interested in longs is once we start to break the 4 hour swing structure, because right here we have our swing low, right? We have our swing low right here. No, sorry, our break of structure right here, right? So swing high, swing low, break of structure. So from here to here, so once it breaks above here, right? Sorry for that horrible drawing, but once it breaks above here, I would be interested in, then I wouldn't look for short anymore, because at the end of the day, I understand that okay, this market that we're trading in swing wise is still bearish. Once the daily starts to once the 4 hours starts to align with that, then I'm not interested in looking for any further shots, right? So all we're just looking for is that shot, perhaps to take out this low, and in this, all of this might be enough to start pushing the market upward, and then we start looking for liquidity right above like this. So it's always better to keep that in mind, but I would not be looking for any longs unless we break that. So for the dollar index, same thing as we had, right? So we have this sideways market going on, right? So you can see with the dollar, give me a second. You can see with the dollar, right? We had this descending trend line which was broken, and then okay, now we have a demand, that daily demand that we've been talking about for quite some time now, right here. We have this daily demand level, we came into it, and now we're pushing up. So perhaps maybe we come down a little bit, grab liquidity right here, and then we start pushing up, but you can see it is just sideways. It's unclear at the moment, so we want to wait for some clarity on this currency. Honestly, it's pretty much unclear. Look at this price action, so ugly, guys. I'm not a fan of this price action at all. But if we take it mechanically, we have here as a sell before the buy on the 4 hour, right? We have here, give me a second, we have here as our sell before the buy up on the 4 hour. So perhaps from there, but this is not really a strong zone. Why? Okay, so we have liquidity being grabbed here. This would have been stronger, right? So you have liquidity being grabbed there, and then you have that v-shaped reversal into the upside, right? So once you have that v-shaped reversal into the upside, now we're coming back into this zone. Perhaps we grab this liquidity above below here, and then we start to buy from there, or maybe we want to grab this liquidity or something. For me personally, the dollar is pretty much unclear, honestly. So always be cautious if you're looking for any further positions here at the moment. So that's just it for now. With GBP USD, guys, sorry, guys, as we've been discussing on GBP USD, it's still the pair which has a stronger bearish momentum than the others for now, because okay, now we have here, we have our swing high, we have our swing low. These are break of structure, right? Swing high, swing low, right? And then now we retraced into premium and we started to sell from there, guys. So now we're just making that push up a little bit. I think we've grabbed some liquidity to the left, have we? Yes, we have grabbed this high, and now that is causing the market to start selling off again deeper. There's no clean area of supply to the left, honestly, but perhaps we'll form something that would give us an entry. Then we can find that entry, or maybe we still have higher prices, maybe take out all of these descending highs, and then we start looking for those lows. If we look at the daily time frame, still pretty much, you can see, guys, still pretty much choppy at the moment. Let me clean this up a little bit. You can see here we have a buy before the sell down, and now we still have a new buy, and let's see if we make a new low. So for me, for now, I'm not really interested in trading from here. I would have been interested in trading from here, but from here I'm not interested. I would like to see higher prices, and perhaps we can get those new positions. On NZD guys, as you can see, we've connected with this daily supply level. We have our quarterly open right inside of it. So you won't be wrong to start looking for short. But for me, right, so we have here, I, I would like maybe we grab this liquidity, and then so this will now be that supply level. So the daily supply level with 4 hour supply inside it with quarterly open inside, so that's giving us more confluences. And then if we have that 4 hour fractal break right here, then that would form the supply chain. Perhaps maybe we have that one more swipe up, and then we can have that 4 hour fractal break, and then we can start looking for those shorts on maybe like the second fractal break because of the nature of the market at the moment. So let's keep an eye out for that. You can see all of these lows. We can come, you can come grab it, right? This liquidity, right? All of this. So this consolidation area, we have a lot of liquidity resting underneath it. So let's watch out for that. For AUD USD, similar story, right? We have here a consolidation, and now we've had that liquidity being grabbed. We've pushed up into where? We pushed up into this buy before the sell. Then we have this larger one right here. So it's important to keep that in mind. And then we have our quarterly open right above this, right above here. So let's draw that out. We have our quarterly open right above there. So and then we have liquidity being resting here. So this is also a nice, I would like perhaps we grab this liquidity, but this is also a nice supply zone. Why? Because it broke structure. It broke structure to the downside, so keep that in mind. But if we grab that liquidity, that would be nice, and then we can set that for our fractal break, and from there it would that would go in. But we don't need it because we've taken a lot of this range liquidity out. So once we start to see those 4 hour fractal breaks to the downside, you can start looking to scale into some positions on AUD USD. With USD CHF, guys, I'm still in this position, but honestly, it's, as we said, it's pretty choppy. Market is pretty slow at the moment. Remember, guys, this is our sell before the buy, our buy before the sell rather. Here we have our quarterly open acting as a natural area of resistance. Then we have our buy up before the sell down, which broke the structure, took out all of this range liquidity, and now we retrace back into it. So I look for those sells on the 4 hour fractal structure shift. And now we've just been choppy since last week, right? So, and it's just the nature of the market this week, like this October, it's been a choppy month. So that's why we've not been in a lot of trades at the moment due to the tension, the trade tension between China and the United States, and gold. Nobody knows what's gonna happen at the moment. So let's keep that in mind. You could scale out of these positions at break even if you want to. So for me, also, I'm just managing it with caution. Okay, for gold, gold kept pushing down lower. As you can see, we broke out of this range and never even retested it, and now we've just been pushing down lower and lower. So for gold, personally, I would just wait. I'm just waiting for some reaccumulation. Let's see where it wants to stop. If it also gives us a chance to short it, then we would take it, because now we have, okay, here's our buy before the sell. Right now we have here as our buy before the sell. We have liquidity right here, so maybe we come grab this liquidity, retrace into this buy before the sell, and then we can start into the supply zone, and then we can start looking for those shots from there. Just keep that in mind, guys. On USD card, as I said before, I'm just looking for lower prices on this thing. I'm not really interested in anything here, because we've taken our liquidity to the left on the daily time frame, and that is significant, because we can expect that retracement after that liquidity has been grabbed. So that's just what I'm waiting for. Maybe we get some accumulation, and then manipulation to the downside, and then from there we can start to distribute again. Okay, so for USD JPY, guys, as I spoke about yesterday, like, okay, this could be that liquidity low. You could look for your buy from here because of this demand level, right? And so why is the space mark? Let me just check out something there. Okay, it's just a line. Okay, let's do it with this. I don't know. But okay, now, so the point I'm trying to make is all I'm looking for on this market is longs, but I would be cautious because of the state of the market at the moment for entering any new positions. We're just moving sideways on most of the pairs around. So even though JPY might be a nice longing opportunity because the yen basket is quite short, but the dollar is not strong. So let's see how this wants to play out. But if you're entering this kind of positions, just be cautious, and maybe you enter with half of your initial or half of your normal position sizing because of the nature of the market. So for US oil, we spoke about this yesterday. I'm in a short position. I entered based on off of this fractal structure break, this fractal low break right here, and then my stop is above here, right? And why is that? Because we have our quarterly open. First of all, not even because of our quarterly open, we have a strong area of supply to the left that grabbed liquidity and then broke structure. Now we've taken out all of this liquidity, we retraced back into it, and now we've just started to sell from that area, of liquidity, right? So it's quite nice. It's a nice position. So let's watch and see how this plays out today. So guys, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for your time.